Let's get straight to the business. Bitcoin's at 23,000, Ethereum at 1,600, XRP at 36 cents. Does that mean anything? Does that mean we're going to have an altcoin season? Me, personally, I don't believe so. We haven't even seen the bottom. And I know most of you guys are like, well, we were just at 19,000 in Bitcoin. We were just at 31 cents in XRP. That doesn't mean anything. The SEC is ready to play games on this regulation. They are ready to drop the prices down and living costs to go up. You see, once the inflation decreases, the markets of cryptocurrencies, stock markets, will increase. It will dramatically increase. Do not get fooled by what anybody else say. Oh, you better listen. You guys are buying in at the lows. You're not buying no green candles. Don't be like everybody else. All right. So I wanted to show you guys something. Tanks are being put out on the streets in China to protect the banks. This is because the Henan branch of the Bank of China declaring that people's savings in their branch are now investment products and can't be withdrawn. Do you guys see that? Let me read that again. Tanks are being put out on the streets in China to protect the banks. This is because the Henan branch of Bank of China declaring that people's savings, their cash, their money is in their branch are now investment products. Now, this is why I tell you guys, we are multi-millionaires. See, we invest into digital assets. Like what I told you guys, if you guys do not have your digital assets stored on your cold hardware wallet, your Nano Ledger X, it is the government's crypto. Just because you guys don't see it happening in the United States does not mean it's not going to happen. They're invested into cryptocurrency. All right, fam. So now, again, like what I told you guys about the inflation, protests are getting bigger in Panama due to rising fuel and food prices. They are demanding that the government steps in to curb inflation. They're not going to stop the inflation until people really give in. You guys seen what happened with the whole COVID-19 situation. It's going to get a lot more worse. It may not be no diseases or something that's like that, but when it has to do with your money, people break down. They tend to give in. I'm not giving in. I'm going to stay accumulating on these prices, even though we have not reached the bottom. We have not reached the bottom. I believe we have a long journey ahead of us, family. We have a long journey ahead of us. You cannot be tricked off. Everything is a smoke screen. You have to stay focused. They're not going to tell you what's going on. They're exactly not going to tell you what's going on. So I wanted to show you this. Of course, Tesla sells most of his Bitcoin holdings, which you guys already know it is going to drop. Bitcoin is going to drop. But they did not sell their Dogecoin. Now, think about this again. I want you guys to pay attention. Dogelon Mars is Dogecoin fork. It's Dogecoin fork. And what? Check this out. Dogelon been sitting steady. I'm not saying it may not even retrace, but it has been sitting steady for a past while. So Dogecoin is sitting at 7 cents. Now, as you guys see, Vitalik Buterin, he pens appreciation to Shiba Inu community. All right, he pens them, but you gotta understand, there's so much big things going on with Dogelon Mars. You guys just don't even understand what could be going on. Not because you guys can't find the holder or who is this guy or whoever. I'm telling you guys right now, a lot of people are going to be missing out on Dogelon Mars. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I seen this tweet here. Money playing the movie. If you guys ever seen it, check it out. This is a simulation attempt. Bitcoin at 241,000, Ethereum at 128,000, XRP at 70,000, Litecoin at 17 grand, Miota 10 grand, Dash at 8,000. Family, they're putting this in your faces because they know what's going to happen. They know what's going to go on, family, behind the scenes. Again, the whole world is going crazy. Inflation is going crazy. There's people who are ready to buy a house right now, but they're waiting until the market crashes. We may not experience the same crash in 2007, but we will experience a similar crash. And this is where the new baby boomers, they're going to buy into these markets. These new millennials are going to buy into these digital assets because they feel, what is the safest route to put your money? They're saying to put it in housing, but when the market crashes, you can lose tons of money in housing. Unless you're renting it. Unless you're renting it to somebody else. They say, put your money in stocks because it's going to go up. Well, that is kind of true, but we don't know. See, stocks run off of fiat. I believe we put our money into digital assets, the assets that we know that has real utility, that is going to change the world, that is going to change your lifestyle, that is going to turn you into a multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire. In the next 5 to 10 years, you are going to see a difference. And if you cannot wait 5 to 10 years, this is not for you. 5 to 10 years from now, you are going to see the next person on Twitter, Instagram, CNN, CNBC. Hey, I just turned into a multi-millionaire, just invested in crypto 5 to 10 years ago. Don't be that person that sat in the sidelines, that couldn't wait, that says, I need it now. Don't let them fool you, because our time is going to happen. We will attain this generational wealth, family.
On November 8th, I announced that when Mr. Trump, whether you love him or hate him, this was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II. See, I know what he was going to do. I knew what and I know what he's going to do now. And he hasn't even got started. Now, what are you going to tell your kids and your grandkids 25 years from now when they say, gee, Daddy, gee, Grandpa, what were you doing other than having your thumb up your big fucking ass during the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of the world? What were you fucking doing? Fuck all, nothing. That's what most of you will tell them, your grandchildren and your children. It's never going to get any better than this, kids. This is as I said on YouTube, the eye of the perfect motherfucking storm. This is it. I never thought I'd live to see it again. This is going to make the 80s look like a nursery rhyme, which I praise Allah, praise Buddha, praise God. I participated in slashing and raping everybody in the 80s, legally. This is going to make that look like a fucking nursery rhyme. And what are you going to tell your kids? Oh, I had to spreadsheet it. I had to think about it. I had to read another book on M&A, you fucking morons.